You already know, 504 and Love First TV.
Love First TV.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy, K the Don.
And I'm Natika.
And we have a very, very special guest in the building today. When I talk about living legend, when I talk about music mogul, when I talk about marketing genius, when I talk about good energy, he's worked with renowned artists that you might have heard of. Maybe some people, if you're familiar with the name Jay-Z. If you're familiar with the name Nori, if you're familiar with the name Busta Rhymes, Kanye West, Neo, Fabulous, so much more. I mean, the whole podcast would be over if I named everybody he worked with and what he's been doing. Can we make some noise for Shampoo in the building? Yes, sir. It's a yes. It's a blessing for you to be here. I mean,
you're welcome. You're welcome.
I know you have some keys to success. Our audience is always tuning in about what can they learn to get to the next level. We have a lot of musicians watching, producers, DJs, and even upcoming entrepreneurs. So you guys want to tune in. And actually, since we're doing this for you, make sure you download the Love First TV app. Download, subscribe. It's available in all app stores. If you're watching this on YouTube, Instagram, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share with a friend. Don't keep the secrets for yourself.
Spread the love.
Yes, again, spread the love.
If they don't have the app already, Natika.
Like, what are you waiting for? Do it already.
Exactly.
I like it.
Now let's get into it, my brother. Now, man, you've been making some monumental moves, man. I mean, for a while.
But first, I want to cut your wisdom. I just want to apologize for canceling so many times on you, my brother. And then I was gonna cancel today, but then I saw you put your plane ticket, and you was like, "I'm gonna interview," and I was like, "I cannot. I have to
put you on the spot."
I was like, because I really had a lot of things to do today, and when I saw him post the plane ticket, I was like, I would be there at 6:45.
So that's a key. That's a key to success. You see that? I subliminally posted that ticket.
That's right. To let me know, I'm on my way and I'm on a plane. Do not cancel. And you're right, I did not.
I appreciate it. Listen, you here now. I know you're a busy man, but we appreciate it that you made some time.
Brother. Thank you for having me.
For sure. I mean, and right now, you have a distribution deal from Universal Music Group, Def Jam, VARICK ST, and I mean, this is monumental. Can you let us know about your musical journey and how did you get here to this position?
Well, if you go on from the beginning, I started as a dancer. You know what I mean? An artist that was signed to Select Records in the 90s. I was his dancer. Then from that, I became his road manager, then became his manager. And then one day he woke up and said, I don't want to do music no more.
Wow.
And at that time, I was fully invested in his life. Like, I wake up, I don't do anything until I speak to him and he tells me, yeah, we doing something? Nah, we're not doing nothing. Then I'll do whatever I have to do for my life.
Yeah.
But my life surrounded my whole, everything was around him. So if he woke up at 7 and said, yo, meet me at 7:30, pew, no matter what I had going on in my life, that was canceled. So when he woke up and said, yo, I don't want to do this, it shocked me. And that's when, the beginning of Shampoo, me becoming independent and jumping into this music game.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, that's a blessing.
So the beginning of Shampoo. Why Shampoo or Shampoo? Like, tell me.
Well, my real name is Raymond. So, back in the days when you go to class, they be like Raymond, and there's like 7 Puerto Ricans, 7 Spanish kids, a couple Mexicans. You know what I mean? Ramon. They're like this. And then, in school, they be like Ray, and there's like 9 Raymonds, Ray. And I always, I'm a Scorpio, so you always stand out. You know what I mean? So I was always, back then, I was like Ray Love, Ray Fresh, Ray Boogie, and then my boy was like, nah, call yourself Conditioner. And I'm like, what the hell out of here? He was like, yo,
Conditioner?
I don't know. He was like, call, you like 15, 14, call yourself Clorox. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, call yourself Soap. And then he said, call yourself Shampoo. And I was like, get out of it. Then he started fucking with me and introducing me to girls like that to spike me. Like, oh, yo, this is my boy Shampoo. And the girls be like, Shampoo. Bing.
And you're like, all right, I'm on board now.
I'm Shampoo.
So I like the way she said
Shampoo. She was like, hi, Shampoo. And then the girl started being like, hi, Shampoo. And it was Shampoo.
And then it stuck.
That was it. And that was in public school in the Bronx, 174 and Soundview. That's when I became Shampoo.
Yo, shout out to the Bronx because we get so much hate out there. So all you other boroughs, shout out to the Bronx. Started hip hop. All right.
Facts.
Now,
I'm from Brooklyn, but big up to the Bronx, and I lived in the Bronx and I was in a group on the Bronx, so big up. I'm a Brooklyn Bronx nigga. But they told me you can't. Like Capone from Capone Noriega said, yo, nah, you can't do that. I was like, nah, I'm a Brooklyn Bronx nigga. They're like, you can't be that. You either gonna be Brooklyn or Bronx. Like, no, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a Brooklyn Bronx nigga, and that's it. And I'm standing for that.
For real. I mean, and even speaking of Nori, right? I seen this video that's so dope, right? Because I strive, building great relationships. You can see the genuineness with y'all. Like, I remember he dropped a video. He was like, yo, if Shampoo need me to hold an umbrella for him, like they was doing in the video, I hold the umbrella.
Nah,
if he need
really
me to drive him somewhere, I'ma drive. Whatever Shampoo needs, I got you. Like, how do you build like a relationship like that? And you could tell that it's genuine, like it's family. Like you would think that y'all were blood family. You know,
it comes with just being yourself, man. You know what I mean? Like people respect you being authentic and being yourself.
Yeah.
Like people get around artists and they want to, floss and act like they got something that they don't got. My friends know my budget is $200. I don't care how many bottles you pop in. You can guarantee $200 from me. That's it. Don't get crazy. I don't care if this bill is $10,000. I got $2 on it. That you know what I mean? That's who I've always been. I never, you know what I mean? Like I never stepped out of my bounds, and I've always been respectful, and I always, respect our relationship. You know what I mean? And with Nori, again, he was signed to Rock La Familia, and that's when our relationship started. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was doing all the guerrilla marketing for him, putting up the posters, meeting him, and he appreciated that because, he comes from the street. And when you come from the street, you know what it is to put up posters in the street and getting chased by cops and fighting street teams. Wow, this guy's doing all this for me, and he don't really know me.
Yeah.
So that relationship built from like 20 years of coming till today.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I didn't just meet Nori. This is 20 years in the making.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
And you can tell like y'all like family. Like,
nah, that's my brother, man. I love him so much. Like I don't have to speak to him for a month, but when we speak, we ain't never left. That's my brother, and I love him dearly. You know what I mean? And he's a great, great person. Like a real, genuine person. Like if I need something, God bless me that I never even catch the favor in. He's one of the guys that always be like, yo, you good? You good? Thank you, Nori. I'm good. Thank you. Yeah, he always calls me to check on me.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. And even like what I'm personally a fan of, right? And why we started this platform is to inspire and teach, right? And a lot of people, they just go for their goals and they don't understand like longevity or keeping momentum. You've been doing this for a while, and you still. The streets, the youth, everything on lock, and everything's been transitioning and changing. And like, what is the key to success when it comes to longevity? Like the way you've been doing it.
You gotta love this, and it ain't about the money. If you're doing this for the money, this is not what you're gonna do. You got to do this because you genuinely want to do this and you want to learn and you want to become better. This is the only way you're going to be able to become successful. You got to do it for the love, not for the money. Yeah. The money's going to come, but you got to love to do this.
Yes.
Like me putting up posters, I still do it. I don't have to. I have a staff. I have a team. I got 20 guys, 15 guys, 10 guys at any time I can activate, and they go run around the cities and put up posters. Yeah. But I genuinely love doing it. Yeah. And I like beating them till this day. They still can't fuck with me. And they good. You know what I mean? They be like, damn, this motherfucker's still outside. Like, I'm still out working.
You got cosigns in the background.
My brother will tell you. He be like, damn, this guy don't fucking stop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. I do it because I really genuinely love it.
Yeah. So in other words, you have to love first.
You have to love it. And it can't be about the money. If you're doing it for the money, you're never gonna succeed.
Oh no.
Because you're chasing a check. So every day you're thinking about your bills. You gotta wake up, oh, I need money. So you're not gonna do this because you genuinely love this. You're doing it because you're chasing money and you gotta pay your bills. Like, damn, I ain't got no one. Let them do. I'm doing a podcast. Let me charge everybody $300 to come in because I'm fucked up. But now if you're doing it because I genuinely really want to hear people, then it becomes the money will come.
Yeah. No, that's real. Like, and like what you said, because I see a lot of people, they fall short because they're looking for the fast money. Like they want to put a certain amount of energy for like a short period of time, and then if it don't happen quickly, they out, and it's like you're never gonna build momentum that way. So I'm glad they heard it from the vet. You know what I mean? So that's
you
a
gotta do
gem
it for the
right there.
love, man. Love comes first, man. You gotta love what you do.
Yeah. So so you had been working with Def Jam and for other labels for like more than 15 years and stuff. And then you started YNVS, right? That's correct.
Yes.
Music group. So like what was the most valuable skill you learned before you started on your own venture?
Well, back in the day, I used to do parties, right? And I was down with a couple, with a bunch of promoters. And, excuse me, I was under their logo, right?
Okay.
And I didn't feel like part of the team. You know what I mean? Like I used to be like, yo, let me make a T-shirt, and they would want to restrict me, and I'm like, yo, I don't understand that. Like I thought I was part of your team. Like, yo, I think I want to make a jacket. Nah, you should make a jacket. Then I was like, you know what? I think I got to start my own company. You know what I mean? I got to start my own thing. And there was just somebody and just people just around me like, yo, man, you need to like start doing your own thing because they're hindering you because this is their logo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it took me years of me being, of course, loyal and love them so much.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for the love again.
Yeah.
So I'm just with you. I'm riding with you. So, you know, this is our logo in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you keep stripping it away from me every time I ask her, like, yo, can I do a hat? Nah. Yo, can I make a sweater? Nah. And I'm like, so this is really not mine's.
Yeah.
This is yours. I thought we were team. Like if we're team, like even my team, I let them print whatever they want with YNVS. I'll be like, yo, go.
It's just more. It's branding.
Is us. This is us.
Yeah.
And what really started that seed in my head was when I was part of the artist that was signed to Select Records. You know, we had a logo that was a baby. Okay. Right? It was a baby. It had a pamper with the Puerto Rican bandana. We were called Ghetto Child. Right? And there was a time I used to always want to put other people down and be like, yo, I want to print T-shirts. And he always used to try to strip me from that logo and be like, nah, I don't think you should do that. Nah, I don't want the logo out there like that. Nah, I don't think that person should be wearing that. Then it got to the point where I didn't even want to wear it no more. I'm like, yo, man, like you taking the fun away from what's supposed to be great. Like we're here together. Why is just you? And that's when I realized, like, you know, I want to start my own thing. So what happened was that back in the days, I used to date a girl, and her company was her and her friend. They had a clothing line. It was called YNV.
Okay.
Right?
Did it stand for anything?
Yeah, her name was Yolanda, and her friend name was Veronica. I think Veronica, yeah. So they called this stuff YNV. But she was an artist and she drew it and it looked dope. And I was like, what y'all doing with that? Let me keep that. And then she was like, no, you can't take our logo. I was like, let me take that like that. Y'all not doing nothing with that. And she was like, no. And then she came back and drew YNVS. And she said, here, that's for you. And I'm like, I looked at that and she said, YNV Shampoo.
Oh,
And I was like, bing. But then I had to remix it because I couldn't have my team go around and say, yo, who you work for? Yeah, YNV Shampoo. Like, you wearing a YNV Shampoo shirt. So I had to flip it. Now, you know, it's 20 years and, 30 years in the making of me flipping it. Now it's YNV Success. That's what it means today.
Okay, I love that.
So everybody that's my team, they rep that hard because they know what it means.
Yeah.
It means YNV Success.
Yeah, and I really see that. I was looking at the artists that you manage and stuff, and it's like I can tell that it's a family.
Yes.
Just from like the social media thing, and I can't even like if that's just from the surface, I can imagine what it is beyond that.
Yeah, and that's what I tell everybody. Whenever my people bring people around, like, yo, this person is a dope DJ or this person is a good writer, I tell them stick around.
Yeah.
Stick around. Let's see if number one you can get along with me, and let's see if I can get along with you. Yeah. And people come around for a year or 2 years before I really pay attention to them. Then I'd be like, you know what? Okay, let's work. But again, it's about you putting in your time in and knowing what you really want. Now, if you're around me because you want to check, it's not going to work for you. But now if I see you hungry and I see you working, I create situations for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd be like, you know what, this person busting their ass. You know what? I know what they like to do. Like even with my brother, when he wanted to be a DJ, he was just my flyer guy when I was doing my parties. I used to be doing parties. His job was to put the flyers in every cars outside and wait for everybody to come outside of the club, and he hands out the flyers. But then he used to dip away, and I'd be like, "Where the fuck is Preezy at?" They'd be like, "He's in the DJ booth." And I go in the DJ booth. I'd be like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing in the DJ booth? You got to be outside." And then I started seeing, I think he wants to be a DJ. Then I was like, yo, why you keep fucking being in the DJ booth, bro? Then he said, yo, I want to be a DJ. I said,
love this.
You really want to be a DJ?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. Okay, all right. So then I started creating situations for him. Yeah. So I started being like, you know what? Come to the club early while nobody's there, play for an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I start telling the other DJs, yo, let him open up for you. Nobody's here. Like, y'all know you don't want to be here DJing for 2 hours. Nobody's here. Let him fuck around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let him practice.
Yeah.
And that's what I do with everybody. Like, if this is what you want to do, I'm going to create something for you to get in that lane for yourself. Yeah, as long as I know you're genuine and you're part of my squad and you respect the squad and you understand what this is about, I'll open up the doors for you.
Gems.
No problem.
I love that.
And even fast forward now, he's doing stuff with the Giants and stuff like that. Like that.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
He's one of the best DJs. He's one of the best sound engineers. You know what I mean? Like, he done took it up so far where I'm so proud of him. Like I don't even, that's the first thing I tell the people. And it'd be like, DJ, I'd be like, yo, call my brother.
And you know, like, even what you were saying with the team, like, this is actually something I've personally been going through and trying to understand balance, working to understand balance, because I work to take the word try on my vocabulary. But so when it comes to having a team, what is this balance with family and business, right? And having that perfect, because when you have that mixture where you guys are like brothers and sisters, but you also need to get business done, like, where is that balance?
Well, it comes about building that, because you have to teach them the difference.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, people don't get it. Sometimes you got to tell them, like, yo, you know, I love you, but this is business. Like, you know, I know we go to eat and we chill and we fuck around, but this is go time now. You have to really take my business serious and respect my business, and I respect you, and this is what it is. And that's why everybody follows suit, and that's why everybody's so tight, because it's about family. I don't have nobody around me if you're not part of my family. You know, I want you to come to my house and meet my wife and have my kids know you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's about. I don't want strangers around me.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's gems, and you know, that helps me personally. Even, you know, I'm curious, you know, with all of your experience, if you could say the biggest key, because you've worked on some of the biggest marketing campaigns. So, like, I mean, from, you know, like we said earlier, Jay-Z, Nori, Busta Rhymes, everyone. What do you feel like is the biggest thing that you've learned from that experience and working in?
Be quiet. Talk when they talk to you. You know what I mean? No matter how great of a relationship you have with them, be respectful at all times. Don't overstep your bounds. Don't think because that's your family you can do anything.
Right.
Still be respectful of their space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, these are my friends, but I still respect their business. Yeah. So when I'm around them, I sit down sometimes. Sometimes I'm quiet.
Yeah.
Sometimes I become the student.
Yeah.
Because why? This is their platform. I'm here to assist them.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to know, you know, sometimes you got to just be a team player and know how to be a team player.
Yeah.
It ain't always about being the boss. Sometimes you got to be able to be a team player.
Yeah.
You know, because I tell everybody, the assistant usually becomes the boss. And if you treat the assistant like trash, 9 out of 10, she's going to end up becoming the boss. And you're going to have to surface, you know, make full circle and meet that same person you just shitted on. And now she's the boss.
Yeah.
So the people you see on the way up, you see them on the way down. So that's my mentality. I treat everybody with love. I stay quiet. I sit down, and you know what I mean, I'm respectful of everybody's space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is so important. I saw that you have, like, you know, you're affiliated with Drink Champs and Smoke Champs, and then you also have your other ventures. I'm trying to remember the names over here. the Bar Lord show, and then in particular the Bar Lord show, I was noticing that it reminds me a lot of Colors. Are you familiar with Colors? Talk to me about like the Bar Lord show and like what you do to showcase your artists.
Well, the Barlow shit came from me trying to push my artists to get on a lot of these platforms.
Gotcha.
And they would be like, oh, the numbers are not high. Oh, dude, I don't know this person. So I say, you know what? Fuck that. I do this. I'm creating my fucking own shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need you. Like, it's okay. It's going to take me a year, but trust me, it's going to be, you know what I mean? You're gonna see me soon. I'm going to start small. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, don't
exactly.
worry. But trust me, in a minute, this is going to be a conglomerate where you're going to be like, oh, shit, I never saw this coming.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes from, my hunger and my love for this shit. Like,
Yeah.
nah, you're not going to put this wall up. You know what? I'm going to build a building around you now.
Yeah.
And now you're going to have to come talk to me to get the keys.
I also love that you have like the range of your artists goes from you got like you got kids and then you have adults like veterans in the music industry.
Yep.
So I just love that there's that range, that equal representation.
Yeah, you got to spread love, man. And that's what this
Yeah.
is about. You know what I mean? Like, I give everybody a shot. You know what I mean? Because I know how it feels to really passionately want to do this and everybody tell you no.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I cried many times, many nights,
Facts.
many nights crying because I'm talking about real tears because of being brokenhearted of, I really want to do this. And the people you think are supposed to help you, they don't. And then what do? You double up and make your own way.
Yeah.
And that's why I've always been that way. I'm like, no problem. I'll figure this shit out.
Yeah.
How much that camera costs? Okay, I'm gonna buy 5. And that's what happened with, again, it was a time when I was doing parties, right? This is when hookah just started, right? I hired a company. This guy came with hookahs. My party was slow, but this guy made $3,000 on hookah, and I made like $750 that night. And I was like, yo, how much was you selling the hookahs that night? He's like $50, and he was only giving me $10 a hookah. So I was just like,
The math ain't mathin'.
right. So in my mind, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do hookah.
Yeah.
So I went to fucking Manhattan, walking around, looking for wholesale spots, finding hookahs, and then I found the fucking building. I was like, oh shit, here it goes. How much is it? They was like, yeah, you can get this kind for $10. This is for $20. I was like, $10, and this motherfucker's charging $55 for this fucking cage? Are you kidding me? What? How much is the charcoal? The charcoal's only $3 for 50 pieces. Are you kidding me? Charging me $10 a charcoal? How much is the piece? Oh, here's a big bag of the pieces. You get 300 for $4. What? And they're selling it for $1 each? That's when I said, give me 50 hookahs.
Yeah.
So
And then I didn't even know how to do hookahs. What I did, and I didn't know how to do hookahs. Well, what do? I tell my brother, yo, you're gonna do hookah, and my son. I told my son and my brother, you guys are gonna do hookah. I'm gonna give y'all niggas $30 a hookah to make, and y'all give me 20. All right, here, go.
So are you responsible for all the hookah
not
smoking
all
in
of it,
Washington
but,
Heights? Like,
Yeah, a lot of them. I inspired a lot of people. I was like, oh yeah, no more. So when the guy came back, I said, we're good. I'm doing hookah now.
For real. I mean, so going back to your label, right? Because that single "Rubber Band Gal" is fire.
Thank you.
And you obviously you're a vet when it comes to ear and knowing the right music. So I'm curious, what made this artist stand out to you that you decided to lead off that way? And can you let us know what is the future of what you got going on with your label and the artists on there?
Well, the artist name is Brooklyn. She's been with me for probably, I think, like 5-6 years.
Wow.
Incubating. And my son, his name is Conan. That's my son in real life.
Nice.
So, of course, he's always been first because that's my son. So I'm always going to push him first. No matter what anybody says, oh, his music's trash or I don't really like him. I don't care. Same thing with him. We're going to keep pushing till we knock these doors down. He might not be good yesterday, but trust me, tomorrow he's going to be one of the fucking guys that you guys going to be like, yo, God, this guy got it.
yeah.
So she was one of the artists that always kept her mouth quiet, never complained, even when it was her turn. and I look past her. She still remain humble. She never spazzed out and be like, yeah, what the fuck? How about me? You know what I mean? She always knew her role. She knew, all right, maybe today is not my day. Today is not my day. So it came to a point where, like, you know what? It's your time now. So now let's go. So now it's all full steam ahead on Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Yeah. And my son Conan knows to fall back now because it's not his time right now. It's her time. He's coming right up, right up, because I have 5 artists, so he's right up behind her, and each one, and the one after that, and everybody know we all in. Yeah. But with her, she was, you know, in a studio writing, doing hooks for other artists, writing music for the other artists, helping the other artists. Always just being part of what's happening and okay with that. Being a team player. Right, and not being like, when my shit's coming. Right. You know what I mean? So when it was time and she gave me records and I kept listening to records, kept listening to other records, and she didn't even hear this record. When I heard it, I was like, yo, I think we should go with this record. She was like, really? I was like, yeah. It's something about this record. I like the way it starts and it ends, and I think this record can go somewhere. And then that's when we started pushing full steam ahead on her.
And where's she from? Like, what's her background?
She's from Queens, Brooklyn. She's Haitian. I think it's Trinidadian or Jamaican. I don't really want to, you know, offend her family, but she's definitely West Indian.
Okay, fire.
Amazing.
Yeah. I don't know, West Indian, Caribbean. I don't want to say West Indian if she's not. I know she's Caribbean.
Cool.
And so, the last question I want to ask, you know, we want to try to sneak out a major key from him before we let him go.
I'm good. We rocking, man. Let's rock. Let's talk.
Yeah, let's do it.
Don't worry.
Like, as far as, you know, to artists, you know, coming up, you know, to make it out there, right? What is a great platform to take advantage of that a lot of artists actually overlook?
First of all, it ain't even about the platforms, man. First of all, the artists, you guys have to be respectful and be humble and show up. Because a lot of these artists, you think you got a nice little buzz, you think you have one good single, you think this is it. You think you're gonna go, right? So what happens to you? You start canceling shows, you start not showing up to things, you become disrespectful to people around you, and then you come back around. These people are not there no more. Nobody really want to work with you no more. You know what I mean? So I tell everybody, be humble, man, and work. Be quiet, and don't be cocky. Like, the people you're going to see on the way up, you're going to see them on the way down. You don't even understand how many people had #1 records today. They like, yo, Pooh, can you help me? But what happened to you on the way up? You was a horrible person to everybody on the way up. You ruined a lot of relationships on the way up. You canceled a lot of things on the last minute when you're supposed to be at these things. You took it for granted. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of these artists take for granted. They think these opportunities are always going to be there, and they're not. And these same people, they're not going to be there all the time. And that intern, again, that I told you about, that assistant, she just became the president of the company. She never forgot you. And guess what? Now you asking for her. Now you coming to her for a deal. And guess what she says? I remember you was always a bitch ass nigga, a bitch ass chick. You was always a horrible person. Nah, we good over here. Good luck. You know what I mean? So that's the key to this shit, man. Be good, be humble, man, and, you know, treat everybody with respect, man. Treat the janitor like he's the boss.
You know what I mean? It's so amazing you said that, because there's so many artists that do that no #1 record. They just get a little bit of fire in their city and they go crazy, not understanding like relationships are one of the biggest things. And then people will look at a person that's not up and like, oh, well, I just need to be this way with the person that's up, not realizing you don't know who's in the room. Like, I've seen plenty of rooms where someone talked themselves out of their blessing without even realizing it.
And a lot of these artists don't realize what we do behind the scenes to even get you there. Like, we have to beg and wine and dine these people and talk to them and beg them like, yo, please, you know, let's just say Flex. I'm not picking no artist in particular. I'm just using Flex as let's say his freestyle. We beg Flex sometimes, like, yo, can we get this artist up there? Please, Flex, please. And he be like, nah, I don't feel it. Then finally Flex be like, yo, all right, let's do it. You go up there, you come up there with mediocre bars. You know what I mean? And then Flex be like, yo, I want this person to come to my show. The person don't show up.
I know.
Flex be like, yo, I got this show over here. I would like the artist to come up. The artist be like, how much is he giving me? This is why you don't even understand what we went through.
Yeah.
And here you are sabotaging everything we built to get you here. Yeah. We begged him. He finally said, okay. Yeah. And now you came in with an attitude. You didn't even look him in the eye. You just think like you're supposed to be there. You're doing him a favor.
Yeah.
Flex ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere but next door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's still going to be the biggest in the game. But I'm just using Flex as one, and it's every DJ. Self, Drewski, I'm just talking about New York because, the world is big. I'm just talking about my New York DJs.
Yeah.
All these DJs that's asking you guys to come up and y'all keep fronting on them, y'all going to see them on the way down. Mm-hmm. And y'all don't understand what we did and built and our relationships to get you there. Finally.
Yeah.
You don't even show up.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because, like, I actually had a future episode, like, something I wanted to discuss, and you kind of just touched on it, but I'm also trying to, like, get the artist to understand, right? Because I understand, like, when nobody believes in you and you got to believe in yourself, you go so hard, and then it's easy to, like, go into that line of cockiness and lose your humility. But you have to keep your humility. Even when no one believed in you and you keep proving them wrong and you keep going and you're pushing yourself, you cannot cross that line into cockiness.
Yep.
And
I could tell you 100 artists that to this day, they're like, yo, Pooh, can you help me? Like, nah, man. You burnt your bridges, bro. Nobody's going to play your record here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you from here. Everything starts here.
That's not a good look.
It's not a good look for you. And they be like, damn, what I'm going to do? Bro, you got to build this relationship now. Now it's up to you to go out there and build your relationship with that DJ that we worked so hard. And, these DJs, they don't forget.
Yeah.
They don't forget.
For real. Real talk. I mean, nothing but gems. If you appreciate these gems, you should already have the Love First TV app downloaded. You should be subscribed for the plan. We're giving keys for the low. Invest in yourself. And, of course, we got free content on YouTube, everywhere you can listen to podcasts. So make sure y'all subscribe and support. The more y'all support this, the more great people we can have come in giving you keys.
That's right.
And he's living it.
Yo,
so
you got your Cash App up there. Put your Cash App up there. Put your Zelle. Make sure y'all donate $5. Come on. This shit takes money, motherfuckers.
Just download the app.
Yeah, come on. Download the app. Donate, man. Help out.
Yeah,
we need
support. And at least share. Sharing and liking is free.
That's right.
Why not?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't remember anything, always remember, why hate when you can love first? It's the Love First podcast. Yeah. Come around, I want to see smile. Don't cry when I come around. I want to see smile. You can call me daddy, 'cause I'll always be here to hold you tight in my arms and protect you. You can call me daddy, 'cause I'll always be here to hold you tight in my arms and protect you.